If Fred Warner isn't injured right now, I feel like every Niners fan would still be insanely optimistic because they are getting some guys back, like the Chargers. They're getting Brock Purdy back next week, hopefully. They're getting George Kittle back for sure, and they're hopefully getting Ricky Pearsall, and they all could be back by Sunday for the Atlanta game. But when I tell you there hasn't been a bigger gut punch to this franchise when it comes to a single injury like Fred Warner is for this team in 3 years, and by 3 years I mean the point where Brock Purdy's elbow exploded against the Eagles. I don't know, like the whole team, the whole fan base was dead after that injury. Um, I'll just give you my reaction to it. When I saw it and I was like, I saw he was down. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I've seen Fred Warner go down and pop back up a million times. He's an Iron Man. But then you see the replay, and it's like, oh shit. And you see you just randomly get rolled up on. There's nothing you can do. And then his foot's pointing the wrong way. And then I see on Twitter, I check. I'm scrolling as fast as I can, and I see air cast on his foot. I know what that means because we saw Trey Lance get injured with a similar looking ankle injury, and it's and you hear Aircast, and it's like, okay, yeah, I know what that means. I think Niners fans more than any other fan base know what that means. It's He was the captain of the defense. He was the leader. He was the reason why the defense was still functioning, outside of because once Bosa was gone, we couldn't get any pass rush. But Fred Warner was just unbelievable. And if you're watching the beginning of that game, he was blowing everything up. He single-handedly killed a drive for them on I think the first drive of the game, by just fully reading and destroying a screen, which was awesome to watch. And he is probably the best player I have watched on the Niners, period. As Nick Bosa, when he won the Defensive Player of the Year, was awesome. Tebow in 2021 was like one of the most fun players I've ever had the privilege of watching. But as far as like a pure football player, he's probably the best. And he was playing the best he ever had this year. He was the best player according to PFF. He had an over 90 grading coverage and run support, which is obviously not done by any other linebacker in this league. He is so far and away at his position the best player, and it's like not even a debate, which is crazy because I feel like there's a debate with every other single position and player in this league outside of linebacker where everyone can just agree there's one guy who's the best. He is such a clear 1A. So the captain and the leader of the whole team goes down for what seems, I think they said 3 months, but like it's the year, fractured his ankle. And with Nick Bosa being out, I just don't know how the Niners recover. And because that defense, there's at this point, you're relying on just young guys. Tatum Bethune, I think, is actually a really talented player. He had like 10 tackles as soon as Fred Warner came out. If you don't know, Tatum Bethune's the replacement now for Fred Warner this year. And I'm very high on Bethune. I would have liked to see, especially because Winters was starting to struggle. I was going to be like the type of guy to advocate, like, hey, let's try Bethune and Warner because I think that has real potential. But he can't be ready to take over for the Fred Warner role. No one is. And as talented of a player as I think he is, it is such an unfortunate spot for him to be in, which is to be like, all right, you got to be the new leader when he's played like a couple games at most.